Hello, everybody. We're gonna do something crazy tonight. We are actually gonna have some music. Astra Telepathica Emperor Protex. There we go. Alright, this is by Waylon Joyce. Hey, Tabletop Date Night, how you doing today? We're gonna see how long it takes for that music to actually start to kick in. A little something in the background there. Sorry, I'm, in a hurry, panic to get down here. It's a little bit loud. I know it's gonna get louder. And then, of course, my air conditioner's going. Oh, I'm all kinds of discombobulated tonight. Oh, Lord. Stay. All right, cool. Minute and a half in. I'm already screwing stuff up. Whew. How is everybody doing out there? Tonight we are going to be doing some heroes and air conditioners, right? It was hot today. Yeah, I actually just got an on-call 3 minutes before the stream was supposed to start. That's why I was kind of in a panic, saying my air conditioner don't work. And I checked the weather, and it's 72, just to the point where I could be like, open your window, I'll see you tomorrow. So, I'll put some gloves on, look like I know what I'm doing. Mostly, we're gonna try to up the production value here. Get some music, put on some gloves. This way I'm not having the camera focus on my fingernails. Stand by. Yep. Try to put that one on sideways. Yeah, 3 minutes. 3 minutes in. I'm still struggling. Like I said, sorry guys. Uh-oh. What's that say? A video on change. Can we get a video on change demons? That was on Discord. Yeah, I have a video on change demons. Uncle C hates change demons. But yeah, one of these days they'll come up again. Get paint on your nails like a real man. Well, see, this way, when I'm holding stuff, it's less likely to focus on my hands. Of course, these are my plumbing gloves, too, with the orange underneath. Okay. Oh, I gotta do that, too. Good Lord. Stand by. 30 seconds. Okay. We ready to paint? Yes, I think we are now ready to paint. Woo! Okay. So I've already dry brushed, and then I've already dry brushed the silver on these. So what we got is we have a Annihilator Lord. Ta-da. Then we have a Technomancer, or the caster version. And then we have the special character. They came out in the I don't know the word, the Matia campaign, or whatever that campaign was. And then if we run through all these, we got 2 spiders. Woo. So let's start. Let's mount them up. Two. Then he doesn't fit there. Alright, so I only got 2 of those. I did a whole lot of more work on everything else here. Let me pop it up real quick to show you what the flesh eaters look like. There we go. That minus the hair. That is how they've come out so far. I think There we go. And then we got some annihilators in there. They're kind of basic. And here's our guardians. Okay. Woosah. Running around like a crazy man. Alright, we're going to start off with like all the other ones. We're going to start off with the mummified grime for the body stuff. This, a little bit of this. Well, that was a lot of that. Already failing. There we go. Yeah, increase the production value. Just dump everything in there. Alright, awesome. Awesome. I gotta get back into painting some more terrain because things are starting to get a little samey around here. Good evening. So how's everybody doing tonight? Here on this wonderful Thursday night. It's going pretty good. We got some music going on in the background. Well, once it starts to dry, once my air conditioner turns off, you'll definitely be able to hear it. And it is Astra Telepathica, The Emperor Protects. Well, high elves are always good to paint. All right. Ooh. What's the list you're taking? It's always fun hearing what other people's terrain, like tournament lists are. Take him off, put him on. I just dipped the back of the paintbrush in there. Napoleonic French Grenadiers, awesome. I had a friend down in Florida that was from Slovakia, and for years he was trying to get us to play Napoleonics with him. Trying to say paint scheme. Okay, nice little mobile force there. Yeah, he was trying to get us to play Napoleonics for years. He had gorgeous armies. But Nobody really wanted to play Napoleonics. He was definitely a power gamer too. So it's like we may have played Napoleonics, but not starting out with him. Come on, Napoleonics and Age of Fantasy, yeah. That'd work. Is it Oops All Raptors list? Awesome. Awesome. I love lists like that. Now, this is the beauty of OPRs. Pretty much everything is viable. So you can have an army of all raptors. Yeah, the only historicals that we really did, well, we did a lot of just small historicals stuff, like one-off things, but the one that we got into was Flames of War. And that was it. Alright, Epic Tanks. I've been doing some work on the small-scale army lists. I've got the Battle Brothers one pretty much where I want it, and I started working on the Aliens Hive one. Just because I'm like, okay, just start with the first one, and then I got all the units in the builder, and then I'm like, that's a lot of units. Ugh. So that will happen shortly. Tunisian tigers. I played the Soviets in Flames of War. Mass infantry charges. I even had a cavalry division that I'd bring out and just die to machine gun fire nearly immediately. That's going to be the fun part, is once I get done with the base army lists, then I can start doing big stuff like Titans. Mostly liquid resin. There you go. It's on the way. You're still in the soup. One project for a time is for noobs. Yeah, playing Flames of War, I used to love running my Soviet submachine gun mobs, swarms. Yeah, that always sucks. Find a little one. That music in the background is Astro Telepathica, The Emperor Protects. I did a thing on Discord earlier where I just had this going, and I was trying to get people to come in there just to tell me if the music worked. And Colin came in down from Australia, and I had Whiteback going, but then he suggested this, so I'm like, all right, I'll give it a shot. We'll see what happens. And I think we make enough noise and stuff that it should be fine. It might be a little loud. Let me turn it down a hair. No, the Discord's not for paid members. It's in my regular videos. I have a link to it in the description. No, it's open for everybody. Next, we're going to do some burnished red. Yes, it is a free Discord. No problem. When you hop in here, the camera's going to shake. Yeah, it feels hair loud. There we go. Sorry, it's all a work in progress here. All right, do I want to do his face? Yeah, we'll do his face this color. Oh, absolutely. That way it gets a nice, you see it gets a nice coverage there. And as I bring it up, you can see the cat hair. Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you. This was entirely me going to the hobby store and just staring at the paint racks going, what haven't I used yet? Now for these, they're going to kind of tie into my other Robot Legions army I have. And they were just metal and black. So what I'm going to do is instead of I did black for the cloaks on the Guardians, but for these, since they're characters, I'm going to give them a little bit of a upgrade. Instead of black, we're going to use Occultist Cloak. So it's going to be have a little bit more blue in it. And then this guy, we're gonna put like a gold piece on his head to just because he kind of blends in with the rest of the Annihilators. If I take this piece up here and make it gold, that way he will stand out to me on the table while I'm playing. If I don't do that, he's bound to just be taken off as a regular casualty. Well, that's the point. Hop on your piles of shame and we can paint together. We're just hanging out and chatting. We all paint together. Yep. We all try to inspire each other. I'll paint my shame later. All right. I'm not going to force you. All right. And we got this guy. Well, there you go. Any hobby is good. Yeah, that's metal. I think it's metal. It's going to be metal. I am not familiar with League of Legends at all. This bit right there. Okay. Now we do some fun stuff. Ah, with the gloves, I'm sliding everywhere. It's all right, though. So, I said we're going to do Occultist Cloak, but I didn't actually pull it out. There we go. Occultist Cloak. Because instead of these guys that are just black, this is going to give us a little bit more color on there. We'll set him. We'll set them here. There. He's watching. It is. It's just acrylic flow aid improver. I don't know if airbrush flow aid would do the same thing. I imagine it would. Yeah. Remember you were talking about finding a support that you missed? Look all the way in there. I could probably leave it, but I saw it, so she's coming out. This is where I snapped the model in half. Oh. Hold on. Come on. There is that support. Okay. It's staying in there. I think that might be a wire. Little rascally thing. One more there, get a little darker. There we go. So we'll do, this one next. Keep them in order. Even though it's just this little bit down here. See, he's done. Now this one, we're going to have a couple different types of wraps on here. It's the flow aid. Normally I would just use water, but I got turned on to using the flow aid, and no turning back now. As we're interacting with another cat hair. God, I have too many cats. They get up here every day and they drink of the rest of my paint water that I have left over. As I realize I'm off screen. Yeah. Alright, Steve, you have a good night. We'll see you next time. So, when I built this army list, I was just taking stuff that I thought was going to be cool to use. And accidentally, I realized when I was getting ready to print it that I'm only going to deploy one model on the board. Everything else is going to ambush. So that should be interesting. I kept trying to find a way to get around slow, and I guess, by God, I found it. Alright, so... Hey, Kelvin. Greetings from Michigan down to Puerto Rico. Now, we're going to do some sticks. And we'll just let that one sit. The way I've been doing the sticks on these, I found that if I use, where's it at? Brownish Decay. They come out pretty okay. Nice little contrasting color right in the middle. What? Okay. Good. Yep. I need to go pick up more of that for the next army. And the next army, I've already got some prints going for it. It is the, we're going to be doing Age of Fantasy Havoc Warriors. And using the Monstrous Encounter stuff. Oh, I missed that thing there. There's a stick. I feel, hold on. Headache time, sorry. Right back where I started. There. That's a little better. Stick. What flavor Havocs? It's just regular Havocs. And I've printed off some of the Warrior Cavalry, at least the horses. So this is what I got so far. I got 10 of these ready to go. Well, 10 of these ready to go on the base. So those should come out pretty nice. Alright. What else next? Next, we're going to do that gold piece on his helmet. And then, we're going to go around and start doing some detail stuff. Gold, 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 gold. There it is. No, wait, that's not it. Yeah, we'll do that one. This one. This just lets me know on the board he's the hero. Okay, take out 1 click, not 4 clicks. There we go. I think that's better. Well, the Havoc Warriors do have barbarians. They're just kind of limited. But you know, I figure if you wanted to do multiple different Havoc Warrior flavors and all their barbarians, you could get quite a lot of units on the board because they are cheap. Cheap, cheap. Okay, let's do some fun stuff. I'm gonna use some limeade. Yeah, oops, all sixes. Let's start with this guy. Yeah. They definitely are. There, and then this guy. Painting all their balls green. Not for a while. Like, the question is, will we see a range refresh of the robot legions? Not for a while. I anticipate they're going to want to go around all of them first. Yeah, they got green balls. I think they make a cream for that. Okay. Now we're going to go in with some WD-40 might. Yep, that might just help. We're going to go in with some pallid bone on all these little tiny wraps on this guy. And we're not going to thin this one because I want to get some good color like adhesion out of this. Make it look almost brown. Alright, 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 alright. Getting there. Now we're going to go in for a real shiny metal. For that, we're going to be using Vallejo silver ink. Once I realize where I put it on the table. Oh, there it is. There we go. Just the silver ink. Or it might not be ink, but this stuff is so thin I call it ink. Oh, there we go. For this, we're going to use a little. Oh, these are getting put together the color's going out real fast on these, so I have a feeling we are going to be moving on to some spiders here soon. How are things looking for the tournament? I have, none of my local guys have signed up. I keep telling them, guys, put your name on the dang paper. But I have 3 out-of-towners that are already signed up for it. So right now that puts us at like 9 people out of 16. So they still got 2 months away. So there's still time. Okay, now that is gonna just black. Next we're gonna use some data system glow. Actually, before I do that, I should take the Grim Black and do the piping before I just completely forget it. No, we reduced it down to a cap of 16 just because, you know, we were very enthusiastic about the amount of people that we could shove into that space. After I was told, yeah, 25, we could do 25. Then I got there and actually like looked at the logistics of it and went, yeah, we could do 25 if we didn't have to like put any space between the tables. So 16 works. It's a nice round number. Howdy, Sauntering Spellcaster. How you doing tonight? Exactly. And then it was, well, we could do a 4x4 table. I'm like, I don't want to do 4x4 tables. All right. Well, there are a few official. Um, there's a few official color schemes for all the armies. Well, most of the armies. I'm not going to say all the armies. If you go onto the lore pages on the website, they show some of them there. And like my high elf fleets, that's the color scheme I went with for those. That tan and kind of blue-green color. I think I used prismatic bolt and bleached bone or pallid bone on all of those. Okay, this stuff here, you want to shake it up a lot. All right. Now, no, I just have the one printer. I've just been able to. I'm able to get a good schedule down. There we go, and then we paint their green balls. Yeah, I'm just able to hold a pretty good schedule with my printing. Like during the week, like when I'm at work or overnight, that's when I do the larger stuff. I print way too much and never paint it. Yeah, yeah. You could, if I was closer, I'd be like, yeah, send them over. And then like tonight, I'm doing like the cavalry, the guys that are on the back of the horses because they're shorter. I should be able to get one more of those printed tonight, and then I get to do the lances overnight because I'm printing those straight up. Those are going to take like 6 hours. All right, here we're going to do a little bit around the edge of this because this is definitely a data pad of some type. We'll just do the whole thing. Just let it go where it lies. Yeah. Titans definitely. They have some big parts. But it's something everyone does. As soon as they get a printer, they go, I want to print a Titan. Fortunately for me, I printed epic scale Titans. And only Warhounds, because I like Warhounds better than like Emperor Titans. Just like in Battletech, I like the light mechs in Battletech more than the big mechs. All my friends are running around with Thunderbolts and Atlases. I'm like, I'll take a Locust. I'm gonna get behind you and I'm gonna backstab you with small lasers. Oh, we ran a campaign. I ended up becoming the laughingstock of the Iron Wind Metal forums, but it's just because they weren't there to play. And we ran a campaign. Everyone took their normal lances, like good mix of mediums, heavies, and assaults. And I was like, is there a restriction for how many mechs you could take? They're like, no, just as long as you're inside the battle value. I showed up with fleas. They had like 5 or 6 mechs each. I had 38 fleas. And it was glorious. All right. So I gotta go back and do that piece of the cloak that I missed there. Where did the occultist cloak go? I did it again. I put stuff down and I lost it. There we go. Yeah. It was hilarious. The first mission, I was the defender, and what was his name? Tim. He had to go in, past my mechs, pick something up, and then get back out the way he came. I'll tell you what. He either shot me and blew me up, or if he legged one of them, they just became a turret. There was a ton of paperwork, but by God, he said that was the most fun he's had playing BattleTech in a long time. Of course, that was 12, 15 years ago now. So these guys are pretty much done. They're gonna all get their washes later on when I do the whole wash to everything. So let's go ahead and do a spider. Let's do this one. We got a couple minutes left. If they made more of the army boxes, which ones would I like to see? That's a good question. If they wanted to do like a theme, it would be like orcs and dwarves. For Grimdark Teacher, because the way the lore works there, the orcs were kicking the dwarves' butts, and then the dwarves decided to blow the universe in half. So yes, that's a good one. Oh, it's on the screen. I was like, I see a massive cat hair. It's on the screen. Is that the Robot Legion Quest character? Yes, it is. Well, it's the narrative one that they did. Ta-da! He's now going to be one of the robot lords in my Grimdark Future Army. Where'd it go? Mummified Grime. Here we go. I'll do this. I'll do one, and then I'll leave one for myself to do tomorrow. We'll get a bigger brush out. Oh, come on. Ever try MechWarrior Online? Yes, I have tried MechWarrior Online. I was one of the founders of MechWarrior Online. I started off... I got the catapult as my first mech. So I wasn't like the I wasn't like a $300 buy-in, but I was there for like, no, what was that, 60, $80? So yeah, I started with that, and then as time went on, it got, I don't know, I want to say it got kind of cartoony. Once all the clan stuff started showing up, got a little cartoony for me. A little too arcade like. Yeah. I stayed in after the clan stuff came out just for a bit because my favorite mech is the Mad Dog, the Vulture. Just because I was able to put 6 LRM-10s in the thing. And whenever I get a lock, I just hold down the button until that lock disappeared. How often do I stream? Well, I do it every Thursday, and then I'm going to be putting in another one where I'm going to be streaming on Mondays as well. I might not always be painting because hell, sometimes I don't have enough stuff printed by Monday. But I am pretty far ahead of schedule with stuff, and things have lined up that I usually get done with an army printing on Sunday. So next week, Monday, should be the start of the Havoc stuff. But I'm so far ahead with the armies. I got I already have the Plague Warriors or the Plague Demons printed or already recorded, already edited, already up there for members only until it comes out next weekend. Or wait, this weekend, this Saturday. And then, oh wait, no, that's yeah, it's Plague Demons this weekend. And then next weekend I have the Volcanic Dwarves. They're all ready to go. It's already been edited. Then I have the Kung Fu Oni's army list that's already done, painted, ready to be recorded this weekend, along with the Age of Fantasy Gators this weekend. Oh man, I'm going to record like 4 or 5 videos this weekend. Yeah, the Goblin Reclaimers, I bet they are going to get more units as they go along, because they are missing a few key things. We'll do this color. We'll make his butt this color. Gotta play Kung Fu Fighting. Oh, I don't want to get a copyright strike. Will definitely be some humming of Kung Fu Fighting as we go through. Hey, Daddy Fat Stack, how you doing? Ow, stabbed myself. Oh, the music's over. That means it's been an hour. It's okay, we can just do the rest here. We can knock this one out. Well, cool, thanks for stopping by. Got them characters done. Now we're going to go back to the burnished red for this guy. Hey, that's the best way to start. Play with what you have on hand. My well, not my first games of 40K, but whenever I wanted to like try a new army when I was, oh good lord, whenever I wanted to try a new army when I was younger, I would just print off pictures of like the front of the unit boxes, and then cut out the different models, and just like put those on pieces of cardboard. Yeah, that's right color. So I'd have massive apocalypse games in my living room with just cardboard. That's right. Like I said, it's all about just having fun, man. We're not going crazy over here. You know what? I watered this down way too much with that flow aid. Let me, I gotta dump it. Let's start that over. Yeah, that would work for a nuke. All right, let's start back over on the face here. There we go. That's the right dark I'm looking for. And then when we do the oil wash, all these little dents and dings and little greebling lines here, they'll fill right in with the oil wash and look so good. At least that's the plan. recon editioned. Good luck with that. Even like secondary markets are saturated with people either looking for the good deal or just buying everything up to resell it. Okay, so it's good for that there. And then I think I'm just going to go ahead and leave it there, guys, because it's been an hour. It's now 11 o'clock. We got our characters done over here. So they can go into the box of the rest of the army. Take the gloves off. Come chill with your dudes. Ta-da! So this is the Robot Legion army so far. Still got to work out what I'm going to do for the bases. I use the mech graveyard roller with some air dry clay on there. So I'm going to do something special. Maybe some darker, like dirt tones with some rusted metal sticking out. We'll see. Well, that'll do it for me tonight, guys. Hope you had fun hanging out. Hope you're all out there doing your hobby. And I hope you're having fun playing OPR wherever you are. And I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.